Benjamin and the quest for the tastiest honey, calming bedtime stories for babies and toddlers with relaxing, sleepy music. Once upon a time, in a lush green forest known as the Whispering Woods, there lived a grizzly bear named Benjamin. Benjamin was renowned among the forest creatures for his insatiable love for honey. He had tasted honey from various hives nestled within the ancient trees of his own forest, savoring their golden sweetness. However, whispers carried by the wind spoke of a legendary honey, a honey so divinely delicious that it would make one's taste buds dance with delight. The tales of this extraordinary honey reached Benjamin's ears, filling his heart with an irresistible desire. Determined to experience its enchanting flavors for himself, Benjamin made the decision to embark on a grand adventure to seek out the land where this delectable treat could be found. With his heart filled with excitement, Benjamin set off on his journey, traversing through dense forests, over towering mountains, and across wide rivers. As he ventured deeper into the wilderness, he encountered the first land on his quest, the Enchanted Meadow. As Benjamin ventured deeper into the Enchanted Meadow, he marveled at the diversity of flowers that adorned the landscape. Tall sunflowers with golden petals stood proudly, their faces turned towards the warm embrace of the sun. Delicate daisies dotted the meadow, their white petals contrasting beautifully against the lush green grass. Clusters of lavender filled the air with their soothing aroma, releasing waves of relaxation that swept over Benjamin's senses. The gentle breeze carried the fragrance of blooming roses, their velvety petals displaying a stunning array of reds, pinks, and yellows. Each step Benjamin took released a symphony of scents, blending together to create a harmonious perfume that was impossible to resist. As he continued his exploration, the meadow came alive with vibrant butterflies. Their delicate wings flitted gracefully from flower to flower, adding splashes of iridescent colors to the already breathtaking scene. Dragonflies hovered over the shimmering surface of a nearby pond, their gossamer wings catching the sunlight and casting mesmerizing patterns on the water. Amidst the floral spectacle, Benjamin caught sight of busy bees, their striped bodies buzzing with purpose. They darted from one flower to another, expertly collecting nectar, their diligent work bringing life to the meadow and promising the golden sweetness of honey. The air hummed with their industrious activity, a gentle symphony of nature's harmony. As Benjamin wandered further, he stumbled upon a hidden grove concealed by a canopy of majestic trees. Rays of sunlight filtered through the lush foliage, creating a dappling effect on the ground below. The soft rustle of leaves accompanied his every step, adding a sense of tranquility to the magical atmosphere. In this secret haven, Benjamin discovered a small clearing where a hidden hive awaited his arrival. The hive, constructed with intricate precision, glistened with drops of golden honey that dripped from its edges. Drawn to its irresistible allure, Benjamin approached cautiously, marveling at the bee's creation. With a gentle touch, he delicately extracted a small dollop of honey, savoring its rich sweetness. The taste exploded on his tongue, a divine symphony of flavors that captured the essence of the meadow. The bees, undisturbed by Benjamin's presence, continued their tireless work, a testament to the interconnectedness of nature. As Benjamin basked in the beauty and wonder of the Enchanted Meadow, he realized that he had stumbled upon a place where time stood still. It was a sanctuary of peace, serenity, and natural marvels, a realm where the magic of the natural world unfurled its wings. In this haven, Benjamin found solace, inspiration, and a renewed appreciation for the marvels that lay hidden within the depths of nature's enchantment. However, despite their efforts, the Enchanted Meadow didn't yield the legendary honey he sought. Disappointed yet Grateful for the fairies' companionship, Benjamin bid them farewell, promising to return one day. Continuing his journey, Benjamin trudged through dense thickets until he reached the kingdom of crystal waters. Here, clear streams meandered through the land, glistening under the warm sun. The bear marveled at the sight of shimmering fish darting through the sparkling currents. As he followed the water's course, he stumbled upon a small village nestled by the riverside. The villagers of Crystal Waters were known for their remarkable apiaries. They harvested honey that had a distinct flavor, influenced by the nectar of the rare flowers that grew along the banks of the streams. Benjamin eagerly approached the villagers, hoping to taste their celebrated honey. The villagers welcomed him with open arms, captivated by his tales of adventure. The village chief, a wise old beekeeper named Magnus, invited Benjamin into his humble abode. Sitting by the hearth, Benjamin listened intently as Magnus shared stories of the bees and their profound connection to the land. The bear was in awe of the chief's knowledge and deep respect for nature. As the sun began to set, Magnus brought out a jar of honey carefully collected from the hives in the surrounding meadows. The honey glowed with a golden hue, enticing Benjamin's senses. He dipped his paw into the jar, scooping out a dollop of the glistening liquid. As the honey touched his tongue, a burst of flavors enveloped his palate. It was a symphony of sweetness, with hints of wildflowers and the crispness of the river's mist. While the honey was delightful, it did not match the legendary honey he sought. With gratitude for their hospitality, Benjamin bid farewell to his newfound friends and continued his quest, a touch of sadness tugging at his heart. As Benjamin journeyed further, he stumbled upon a hidden valley nestled between towering mountains, the Serene Valley. The valley was a tranquil haven, untouched by the outside world. Lush green meadows sprawled beneath clear blue skies, and a gentle breeze carried the fragrance of blooming wildflowers. In the heart of the valley, Benjamin encountered a group of beekeepers unlike any he had met before. These beekeepers had mastered the art of cultivating honey from a rare and delicate flower known as the moon blossom. The moon blossom honey was said to possess a heavenly sweetness that could transport one to another realm. Intrigued by the tales of this extraordinary honey, Benjamin sought out the beekeepers. They welcomed him warmly and shared stories of their careful cultivation practices. They spoke of the symbiotic relationship between the bees and the moon blossoms, how the bees delicately gathered nectar from the petals, infusing it with the magic of the valley. Eager to experience this mythical honey, Benjamin was led to a hidden apiary deep within the valley. There, surrounded by the mesmerizing beauty of the moon blossoms, he witnessed the beekeepers tending to the hives with reverence. The bees moved with a gentle grace as if guided by an unseen harmony with the flowers. The beekeepers carefully extracted a jar of the moon blossom honey and offered it to Benjamin. The moment the golden liquid touched his tongue, he was transported to a realm of pure bliss. The honey tasted like liquid stardust, with delicate floral notes dancing on his palate. It was an experience beyond words, an otherworldly delight that filled him with awe, and yet, as the exquisite flavor of the moon blossom honey faded, Benjamin couldn't help but feel a pang of longing. Despite its ethereal taste, it still fell short of the honey he sought, the honey that would surpass all others in its delectable sweetness. With a heavy heart, Benjamin bid farewell to the beekeepers of the Serene Valley, knowing that his quest was not yet complete. He ventured forth, determined to continue his search for the legendary honey. Little did he know that the final destination of his journey would be a land he had always called home, the very forest where his adventure began. As he re-entered his familiar surroundings, Benjamin couldn't help but feel a sense of comfort and familiarity wash over him. The towering trees embraced him like old friends, and the gentle rustling of leaves whispered tales of his travels. In the heart of the forest, Benjamin was reunited with his beloved forest friends, the wise owl, the mischievous squirrel, and the gentle deer. Their faces lit up with joy at the sight of him, their laughter echoing through the trees. Benjamin shared his tales of the Enchanted Meadow, the kingdom of crystal waters, the mystical highlands, and the Serene Valley. As his friends listened, they marveled at the wonders he had encountered and the flavors he had tasted. But amidst the excitement, a somber realization dawned upon Benjamin. While the honey he had experienced on his journey was extraordinary in its own right, the true treasure lay not in the honey itself, but in the moments he shared with his friends, the laughter, the camaraderie, and the warmth of their companionship. In that moment, as the forest friends gathered around him, Benjamin knew that he had found the answer to his quest. The tastiest honey in the world was not in some distant land, but right here where he had met his dearest friends. It was the honey of shared laughter, of heartfelt conversations, and of the bonds that had formed through their adventures together. From that day forward, Benjamin no longer searched for the legendary honey. Instead, he reveled in the sweetness of friendship, cherishing every moment spent with his forest companions. And as the seasons changed, the bear and his friends embraced the joy of life, knowing that the greatest treasures are often found in the simplest of things. The laughter of friends, the warmth of companionship, and the sweet honey of shared moments.